What if your mornings could be inspiring and ridiculously fun?
Kindness Rising isn't just a show, it's a full wake-up vibe.
It's freaking fun, people.
Yeah, man, it's got real get after it energy.
I love it.
Wake up with Kindness Rising.
I help purpose-driven people grow their impact. 5-ingredient recipe to help you build your personal brand. Get out there and take kind action.
If it's live, they'll feel it.
On Kindness Rising, we bring you proven strategies and fresh ideas you can actually use. If you're not failing, you're not trying.
Exactly. Fail fast, rebound faster.
You'll see the bloopers and the genuine connections that make kindness contagious. We sometimes get into a little bit of trouble.
Pretty much my life made the list.
You can trust what you see right here is honest, respectful, and uplifting. Social impact organizations, and we always talk about them. Try kindness. It's way cheaper than therapy. You just made my day. Morning, friends. Welcome to Kindness Rising. I'm Matt Rouff, the Uncommon Kindness Guy, and this is Relationship Thursday, part of our midlife pivots week. This week, we've explored purpose. We talked about curiosity and wellness, and now it's time for connection. Because as we grow older, friendships don't always fade. They just stretch. Different cities, busy jobs, family life. Suddenly, the people who once knew your every detail now only see your highlight reel. But connection isn't gone. It just needs attention. So grab your coffee, maybe text that friend you've been meaning to call, and let's talk about reconnecting to what matters.
This is Kindness Rising.
Yes, welcome into Kindness Rising this morning. I appreciate you all so much for showing up with me. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can read the comments because it looks like there's activity. Good morning, Mike Sullivan. Yes, reps every day, 7:30 a.m. are my reps. What's up, nation? Keith Billis, Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends is out there with us too. Roofy leading the way. Yes, I am. I am leading the way. It's what we do. We lead by going live every day. We'll talk about that a little more later on in the show. But first, you are here on Kindness Rising, where we're talking about relationships. We're talking about connecting, reconnecting with friends. It's a part of life as we grow up. You know, we just spread out a little bit and things start to get distracting. Our kids, our families, our jobs, they get in the way of our friendships. The key is you keep reaching out, and you know that when stuff hits the fan, the shit, those people are going to be there for you, and you're going to reconnect with them, and they're going to help you, and you know that, and they know that you'll be there for them too. We're going to talk a little bit more about some of those friendships, the ones that stick. Good morning, Roseanne Rouff. Mom, appreciate you every day getting up with me. I just appreciate it. It's very heartwarming to me to know my family is out there helping. I get comments from other family members too. But what I want is I want each one of you, whoever's out there listening, to subscribe to the channel. Join me 7:30 a.m. Monday through Friday on Mornings in the Lab. We're talking about friendships. I got to admit it. I'm not great at it. I know that. I'm not great at staying in touch with people. Life gets busy. We move. Jobs change. I get obsessed on something, and it's all I think about, like what I do here, and I don't connect the way that I should. But it's not because I don't care. It's because time has a way of speeding up when you're not looking. There are friendships I've lost touch with for months, even years. But here's the real the thing. The real ones stick. Not through constant contact, but through the connections that time can't touch. I know you've all experienced it too. Those people who years can go by, doesn't matter. You pick up right where you left off because you care and you lived through and you shared common experiences together that no one can ever take away, and that only you and those people can understand really what's going on. That's the whole point of an inside joke. Loca NM, good morning. Welcome in. Hey, what's that pic behind you, sir? My pic? We've never talked about it, I don't think, on the show. We're talking about friendships, but that is a canvas poster of a Grateful Dead art series that was done in honor of their famous, amongst us deadheads, 1972 trip to Europe. And that European tour was very famous. They actually released each one of the shows as a separate release, CD, stream, or whatever. The one behind me, though, is what's really important. It was actually on the date of my birth. So that show that is represented by that German Shepherd that happened in Germany happened on my birthday. Now everybody knows my birthday. I never thought about that. Maybe I need to be a little more careful, but that is what that is. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Sweet. Sweet. So, Loka, you're a Deadhead. We can talk Grateful Dead stuff. We talk about jam bands all the time. You can't see my plant, which also has a dancing bear on it. So awesome. Welcome into Kindness Rising. I am leading the way each morning, 7:30 a.m. with kindness. Subscribe to the channel. We talk about the Grateful Dead often. I often reference lyrics and things that remind me, are you kind? And yes, I am. And yes, we are here at Kindness Rising. So jump in. Nice, dude. All right, we'll have to connect. I'm going to get back to my friendship discussion. You are now a friend of Kindness Rising and the Mornings in the Lab Network. Welcome in. So here's the thing about those friends that you don't see for a long time, those people that you will always have that connection to. It might be at a show, right, Loka? You go back to a show and you see somebody you haven't seen in years. You see it when you run into people at a wedding or a show, or unfortunately at this time of our lives, there's a lot of funerals to go to. You bump into them at the grocery store and you pick up right where you left off, like the story never stopped. It just paused, because the bond isn't necessarily only in the conversations that we have right there. It's in the memories we have made, the lessons we shared, the influence that we had on each other's lives. So if you've lost touch with people you care about, don't feel guilt, feel gratitude that it mattered enough to remember. Friendship isn't about how often you speak, it's about how deeply you stay. And let's see what Cal and Stan have to say about this subject. Excuse me. Little morning.
I tried planning a
fog.
guys' golf trip.
How many actually said yes?
All of them, right before canceling.
So par for the course?
That's a real handicap in friendship.
Ah, fiddle faddle.
Oh, the classic golf trip conundrum, trying to get it together with the boys. We have been trying to do this for years. Our group of guys, we talk about it, we start making plans, then something fails, we don't make it happen. It's hard. It is hard when you have a group of guys that are scattered, group of people that are scattered. I know people have families scattered too, but we're talking about friendships today. And we miss those friendships deeply. And it is pretty remarkable, though, that we have all the technology in the world to stay connected, and we don't always. And so that's what I'm hoping to raise a little mindfulness, as much for myself as much as for anybody else. That's what going live and getting up and talking about these things every day does for me. It helps me to remember these are the things that I need to continue to focus on and improve on in my life, and make sure that I make them part of my balanced life. So that's a benefit that I get from doing this, and I hope you get some benefit too from it. All right. Let's jump into our kindness spotlight. Every day we talk about good organization, good people doing good things in the world, doing good work, because our mission is to multiply kindness and unlock growth for those very good people that are doing good work. So we want to talk about them. It's important to share stories, the stories of people that are out there doing it with action and leading with kindness. Connection isn't just about reaching out to friends. It can also be about creating space, places, organizations where people can connect. That's what Mornings in the Lab does. The Mornings in the Lab network, that's what Kindness Rising. This is a space for you to connect, and so is the Dinner Party Project. It began with a simple human idea. When we lose someone or go through a life transition, we don't always need a therapy or a motivational quote. Sometimes we just need company. The Dinner Party Project brings together small groups of people who've experienced loss, change, or disconnection to share meals, stories, and life as it really is. No hashtags, no cameras, no followers to count, just real people sitting at real tables, reminding each other that it's okay to be human. I love what they represent. Grief isn't something you necessarily move past, it's something you move through together. It's connection as compassion. And honestly, that is the true form of kindness. So that's a pretty cool little project. I love what that represents. Our next organization is the JED Foundation. They're doing incredible work helping young people, teens, and adults build emotional resilience, especially in an age where loneliness, stress, and social pressure are at all-time highs. JED partners with schools, universities, and workplaces to strengthen the mental health system, to train educators, and to start real conversations about suicide prevention. They help young people understand that mental health isn't a flaw, it's part of being human. Both of these are building community where silence once lived. Kindness isn't something we give, it's something we build together. That is our kindness spotlight for today. Thank you for joining us here on Kindness Rising. I appreciate you. All right. Well, we are transitioning here back into the comments. Loka, he took off, I think, but I am glad that he joined us. And apparently, I have an invite to New Mexico. Hot air balloon to themselves next to the fire chief. Nice. Hope I didn't bore you. Nope, you didn't. That's awesome. Hopefully, we'll be hearing more from Loka in the feed too. Hit subscribe, get your morning started. Thank you, Mike Sullivan. I appreciate you. All right. I'm going to have a sip of coffee, another one, because it's what I do in the morning. And we're going to see what where we're at with Sensei Whiskers.
Everyone's talking, but no one's really hearing each other.
Most listen to reply, not to understand.
So how do I fix that?
Listen like you're being trusted with a secret.
That's deep.
Listen like you're being trusted with a secret. I like that. I like that. Okay. How's it going, everybody? A little quiet out there right now. That's all right. I appreciate those of you who are sticking around and seeing what's going on. So we talked about our friendships. We talked about our close connections, our friends that we've lost touch with, who we want to make sure we just figure out a way to stay in touch with people, right? It's important. But then there's the other side of this coin. I'm just calling them the awkward moments. You see someone you kind of know at the store, and like suddenly you're trapped in the world's longest aisle. You're like, oh, I'm trying to remember their name. What's their kid's name? Where do I know this person from? How do I remember them? Yeah. And then they see you, and there's no escape. You're like, oh God, what am I gonna do? You kind of smile and wave and exchange that awkward, hey, how are you? Hey. We've all had them, right? Those moments. But I kind of have learned something important as I think about those moments, because we all have them all the time. Pretty simple. Kindness beats comfort every time. You don't have to have the perfect line. You don't have to know what to say. You just be gracious. You be present. Hiding doesn't save you, because they always find you anyway. Somehow you end up seeing that person. I will tell the story. I think I may have told it before, but I will tell it again. It was probably I don't know, a month or 6 weeks ago. Heather and I pull into the grocery store parking lot, as we always do every Sunday morning. As part of our ritual, uh, is to get up and go do our grocery shopping. And across the parking lot, I see a guy. I don't have to get into who it is, but someone who I've known in a past life. But I know it might turn into an awkward moment of conversation or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, all right, let's go this way. I don't know why I did that. That was probably not really cool. But here's what ended up happening: is I turned the aisle in the frozen section, and he's standing right in front of me. And we ended up having that awkward conversation anyway. So just be gracious, say hello, and how are you? And, you might have a little zinger of a line. You always have a reason to kind of carry on, but just lean into those awkward moments. Plus, you never know. You just never know. Those conversations might spark something, or idea, a memory. You just don't know. So however clumsy that moment is or whatever, it's still a chance to reconnect, and you can laugh it off later if you're like, oh God, I had, whatever. But always, when in doubt, err on the side of kindness. Even if it's awkward, even if it's quick, kindness doesn't need polish. It just needs participation, just like what we need here at Kindness Rising.
I tried planning a guy's golf trip.
How many actually?
If you like honesty with a side of chaos, hit subscribe!
It's the closest thing we've got to career stability.
All right, Cal and Stan are out there driving crazy and wanting to know whether you will subscribe. I know you will. If you're out there and you haven't yet, please hit subscribe, like our videos, join us on the Mornings in the Lab network, where we get up and get after it every weekday, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. with Kindness Rising, and then get on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends for their 8 o'clock dose of chaos. Good times over there for sure. And I want to talk about that a little bit, about going live, about what it means to go live in today's world. You stop being part of the scroll, and you start telling your story. I'm just thinking about how I want to put this, right? I wrote some notes and I'm like, midlife men, ambitious creators. The struggle isn't the talent or the ideas, it's the visibility. It's the purpose. It's that quiet fear of becoming invisible in a world moving so fast, right? That's why we built Mornings in the Lab Network. It's more than just a live stream platform, it's a proving ground for leadership. I lead every day by coming here in the morning, showing up when I don't have to. I could be sitting on my couch doom scrolling, I could be doing something else, but I made a commitment to come here. It's a commitment to myself, it's a commitment to you to share what I can to help people get up with a little bit of kindness. And that's what I'm doing. That's how I am leading. And when you go live on the mornings with the Mornings in the Lab Network, you don't just get tech and templates. You're going to get coaching, production, scripting, post-show support, everything you need to show up as your real self every week, every day, whatever cadence you really want to follow, because confidence isn't built in theory, it's built in public. This is me building my confidence in public. Go back and watch some stuff from July and August and watch me build my confidence in public. Because when you create your own live show, your voice, your brand, and your message, that's how you connect with a tribe of other people, of creators who are doing the same, learning to lead, listening, and leveling up together. You stop blending in and start leading the room. Legacy doesn't come from perfection, it comes from presence. So if you've been waiting to find your voice again, stop waiting, go live. You don't just learn, you become. That's my little message about going live. I hope that you will think about it. If you're out there and you're hearing this, it has been a life-changing experience for me, and you can follow it on Kindness Rising. And you can do it yourself too with my help, with Keith Billis's help. Follow us here on YouTube, follow us on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever you need to follow us. I appreciate you. Keep coming back live. That's the key. And so let's get back into our friendship discussion. Mike and Roseanne, appreciate it. So happy to see you again, but help me out here. I'm Roseanne, and you are? Perfect. I love how direct you always are, Mom. You always are. I've seen you in action with that. And you just kind of laugh it off. Everybody's been there. Everybody's been there. They might be thinking the exact same thing in that exact same moment. Oh crap, I got to talk to this person, right? Or, oh man, I don't know who they are. This is awkward. What do we talk about? Where's my clue as to where I know them from, or whatever the case may be. As we live longer, more people cross our paths. And you never know who you may have had an impact on in your life, and you don't even know it. They remember you a lot deeper than you remember them, because that's how life goes. You never know what word, what moment that you touched somebody or triggered a memory for somebody, or whatever it may be. All right. One more time, let's check in on Cal and Stan and how they're doing with keeping up with their friendships. If I can find them.
I called my buddy yesterday, left a voicemail.
He call you back?
No, he left me a voicemail about my voicemail.
2 phones, 0 connection.
Hello?
2 phones, 0 connections. Talked about it earlier that it happens. We have all the tech in the world, that we could connect with, and just figuring out how to take a moment is the key. It's a key for me, remembering it and doing it. Um, it's important. So that's what I'm taking away from today. And I always want to give you something to take away here with you on Kindness Rising. So these are our 5 ways to reconnect what matters. The first, go first. Don't wait for the perfect moment, just create it. The second, say it. Tell people you appreciate them. Kindness unspoken is kindness undelivered. Doesn't do any good to feel it and not speak it. Make rituals, not appointments. Coffee Fridays, Sunday text, connections need rhythm. Listen longer. Stop fixing and start hearing. Silence can be support. Just enough of listening, asking good questions, and just listening. And lastly, unplug to reconnect. A 5-minute call beats 50 messages. That's a tough one. The text message is so easy to zing off. You know they're going to get it eventually, all that stuff. That 5-minute phone call, hearing each other's voice, hearing the tone of your voice, sharing some real emotion. I know for me, when I have those, it makes a difference. Connection isn't about adding more people. It's about being more present with the ones you already have. Thank you again for joining us here on Kindness Rising, part of the Mornings in the Lab network. And before we wrap up, I want to make some time to cross the bridge over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, where they're tackling something that hits all of us, especially us midlife men, the hidden stress habits that are quietly killing your progress. We think of stress as those big, obvious moments, deadlines, conflict, pressure, but it's often the small, invisible habits that drain us most. The late night scrolling, the skip meal, the I'm fine when we're really not. The constant push to perform that leaves us no space to recover. And the truth is, stress doesn't just burn out your energy, it blocks your evolution. You cannot move forward if your body and mind are stuck in survival mode. So stick around. Mornings in the Lab is up next, and you're not going to want to miss this one. That's our show for today. I appreciate all of you who came out to Kindness Rising, as we do every weekday morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Here's the thread that ties it all together. Relationships don't thrive on luck, they thrive on maintenance. Kindness is the oil that keeps those gears running. You do not have to reconnect with everyone, but just start with someone, because the longest distances in life are often the short ones between people who care. I'm Matt Rouff, the Uncommon Kindness Guy. I am glad you joined me here. Get on over to see Keith, John, and friends. Come back tomorrow morning for 7:30 a.m. Fandom Friday. We're going to be kicking it back to the 80s with one of the great comedic movies of the 80s. I'll let you think about what movie you might think of when I say something like The Sausage King of Chicago. That's your message for today. As always, stay uncommon and stay kind.
Okay, Matt, we got the memo about the Kindness Rising promo, but what exactly are we promising people?
And is there craft services? Hey, I need snacks too.
Gentlemen, focus. Kindness Rising multiplies kindness and helps people get up on the right side of the bed.
So wait, we're not doing another angry headline show.
Exactly. We rise above the negative, divisive noise.
Translation, less rage bait, more high fives for humanity.
And this is live, like actually live.
Yep. We go live on YouTube and LinkedIn, 7:30 a.m. Eastern every weekday.
Wait, if it's live, what if I forget my lines?
Then you improvise.
Okay, so our tagline is basically wake up, tune in, and start your day with kindness.
Exactly. Kindness rising, good vibes, practical tips, and a reason to get up on the right side of the bed.
You heard the boss. Subscribe now before he makes us do a TikTok dance.
Kindness rising. Wake up, tune in, and let's make some good noise.